Alright, so I'm a huge fan of MSTY, ticker symbol MSTY, which is the YieldMax Option Income Strategy ETF. Now this is a pretty popular ETF by YieldMax. It's a very high yielding dividend. As you can see, it has a distribution rate of almost 100%. So pretty crazy high distribution rate, and it's been doing this pretty reliably. As we can see, the distribution per share has really averaged around $3 per share, and it's done this every single month since its inception all the way back in early 2024. So we are holding quite a bit of shares, only 200 shares of MSTY, and we do plan on adding more shares in the future because this is such a great fund. Now it does matter when you get into this fund. So as we can see, it does go up to highs of almost $45 per share, as well as lows of $20 per share. So we did get a pretty high cost average, but it doesn't really matter too much because we're just going to be holding, we're going to be collecting these nice juicy dividends, and we're going to be getting our total return back pretty soon. But we do plan on averaging down once MSTY hits probably around $26 a share. We're going to be picking up some more shares. The best time to pick up shares is on the ex-dividend date because that's when the stock price will drop a little bit to account for the dividend. So if we take a look at the MSTY's total return chart since inception, we can see that, we go back here. So we take a look at MSTY's total return since inception. It has a 268% overall return. So if you started with $10,000, you would end up with $36,000, almost $37,000, which is pretty crazy. Now, what if you got into MSTY at around $45 per share, which is around the March 27 date? So let's go back to our total return charts. Let's type in the March 27 date, and then we're going to be updating this chart. So this is taking into account we bought MSTY at $45 per share, and it's currently at just under $30 per share. So you are losing about 30% on this stock in capital losses, but we are going to take into account all the distributions that MSTY has been paying, and as we can see, you're actually up overall 73%. So that's pretty crazy to think about. You're down so much on the stock price, but since MSTY has been paying incredible distributions, as we can see here, this is really going to help your total return, and it's pretty crazy. So far we've made quite a bit of money off of MSTY. As we can see, we bought 100 shares back in December of 20. We got paid $308, and then we added another 100 shares of MSTY, and we got paid $456. So pretty crazy stuff, and we're pretty excited to see how this is going to perform over the long run.